to In-Laws and Crime.
I am Megan.
I'm Ashley.
This is In-Laws and Crime.
And this is our Christmas special.
Happy holidays.
I thought you were going to say Happy New Year.
I went to sing a Christmas song and every Christmas song known to man went out of my brain just now.
I was fully prepared for Happy New Year.
Whoops. Sorry.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
We're in Christmas sweaters
We
today.
have Christmas sweaters. I did buy us some
Santa hats.
Santa hats. They looked stupid. We will not be wearing
And they were
those.
cute, though. It was a cute
They were
idea.
sequins.
They were cute. Yeah, they just
But-
were.
Yeah.
They didn't look great.
No, they didn't. I was telling Ashley, though, I was at the Dollar Tree looking at Christmas hats, and I was like, is this kind of morbid that we're getting all festive-y to talk about crime?
I mean,
But I mean, hey, you clicked on this episode, and it said Christmas special. So,
you knew what you were getting into.
yes.
Yeah, it's not we don't have any fun Christmas stories.
Right.
These
These are not fun Christmas stories. No.
they're not.
But they're festive?
But do you know what is fun?
What?
Our
Ashley's Fun Drinks.
okay.
Look at that.
I did
Well, you
not
can't
wing it this
see.
time. You can't see, but it's Prosecco. It's a poinsettia. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
But a little bubbly, a little cranberry juice.
So
Floated
cute.
some cranberries in it. Added a little mint.
Added a little bit of mint.
Cheers,
Oh.
Megan.
Here you go.
Cheers to our Christmas episode.
Cheers.
Way better than that awful witch's
my
brew
God.
concoction I made at
Halloween special was,
That was terrible.
yeah, but we kept sipping.
We did.
We sipped
did.
on through that.
We did.
Well, today we are covering two cases. I'm going to start out, and then Ashley's going to start out, and these are Christmas themed,
Related-ish.
Christmas related.
It's a Christmas
Murder.
loose. It's loosely Christmas related. Mine is.
Okay,
Mine
well,
is.
there you go. Mine is Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Well, I'm
it's-
ready for it.
It's about to, yeah. Okay, well, we're going to hop right in. So for reference, Crime Corner, no Crime Corner.
Okay.
Oh,
Hold on. We
Okay.
missed a big one.
oh.
There was a man in Rusk that went missing on December 2nd. His truck was found and everything on the side of a highway.
You're kidding.
And he is still missing. He's like 50, in the mid 50s, I think.
Oh, no.
Yes, they have no idea. And
In
so
Rusk.
in Rusk.
Mm.
I know. So yeah, investigators have been on it and they've, been searching the woods and stuff, but
Wow.
they have no idea. But yeah, he has not been found still.
Well, that's freaking horrifying.
Yeah. So I don't know that they're expecting foul play at this point, but
Yeah.
it's
But they
just
found
strange.
his vehicle.
Yes, they found his truck just parked on the side of the road, and I thought, well, I mean, it's hunting season. Could he have had a hunting
Yeah.
accident? He went out
Did
that
he
morning.
have like a dementia or anything like that?
No, I don't think so.
Mm.
No.
Well,
Nope. Anyway,
okay.
I don't know if there's a crime there or not, but he's missing.
Yeah. And no corrections.
No corrections.
No, dude. We're just skimming under the radar. We are. I'm sure one day when we get so big, we'll get so many
Yeah.
emails like, y'all are idiots. Da, 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 da.
Our
You know
days are
what?
numbered.
We don't care.
Our days are numbered.
Our days are numbered. But hey, here we go. Okay. So I'm going to start out. Mine is on the Grapevine Christmas Massacre.
Oh,
And this is a doozy. For references, though, I watched a Nancy Grace documentary. Nancy Grace has a whole series, and they're called The Christmas Killings.
really?
Yes. And Nancy Grace hosts it.
Wow.
And she did an episode on this case. And so I watched that. And then abcnews.com, dallasnews.com, and theguardian.com are
Okay.
other places I got information. Okay, so here we go. The city of Grapevine, I'm sure everybody around here knows, it's the nicknamed the Christmas capital of Texas. It receives this name due to the sheer scale and variety of its annual holiday celebration. And it transforms the city into a festive destination, and people come from all over to go to Grapevine. Grapevine,
I don't think I knew that.
yeah. The only reason I knew that is because Grapevine has this huge Christmas store.
Okay, now I've heard about the Christmas store. I've never been.
And my mother Patty would back in the day, boy, we went there every year
Okay.
to look for Christmas decorations.
All right.
So Grapevine hosts more than 1,400 events in the 40 days leading up to Christmas, attracting over 2 million visitors annually.
Wow.
Yes. The city is also home to the Gaylord Texan, which hosts the massive event ICE, which me and Ashley have been to.
Yes.
And then, which ICE, if, for people that don't know, is an indoor display of hand-carved ice sculptures made of 2 million pounds of ice. And it's really cool.
It's cool. These things are massive.
Yeah,
It's
and-
not like your little
Yeah.
6-foot snowman. These things reach to the
and it's
ceiling.
like themed every year.
Yeah.
It's really cool and really fun. So they have that there. They also have the Great Wolf Lodge there in Grapevine, which also hosts its own little thing, and it's called Snowland at the Great Wolf Lodge. During the Christmas season, the city transforms into a magical place decorated with millions of lights, oversized ornaments, and elaborate displays. However, in 2011, the Christmas capital of Texas would be rocked to its core on the very day they are known for. December 25th, 2011 at 11:30 a.m., a 911 call comes in to Grapevine PD dispatch. On the other end, a male voice is whispering so quietly that they couldn't even understand what he was saying. Officers respond to the call and arrive at the location from where the call was made, and they get there at 11:48 a.m. This is at the Lincoln Vineyards Apartments in Grapevine. As responding officers approach the apartment from the call that the apartment that the call came from, everything is quiet. They don't hear anything. They don't see anything. Nothing is, alarming to them. So they go to the front door of the apartment. They knock a couple of times, but get no response. And then finally, one of the officers looks into the window and sees a pair of legs on the floor, not moving. So he quickly goes to the other window, peers inside. He then sees multiple people on the floor, not moving.
Oh.
So they get permission to breach the apartment door. They go in and they find an absolute horror scene. Multiple people are deceased from what looks like gunshot wounds. What is even more sickening is that it appears that they had all been opening presents at the time of their deaths.
What? Oh my gosh.
Because this is Christmas morning.
Okay.
Officers quickly clear the rest of the apartment and start to process the scene. The first thing they note, though, is it appears that all of the Christmas presents had been unwrapped prior to the shooting, and they had all just kind of been, looking at their gifts and stuff like that.
Hanging out.
The other major thing they find is one of the middle-aged men is dressed in a full Santa Claus suit. How freaking eerie is that? So other officers begin to canvass the area, and to their surprise, none of the surrounding neighbors report hearing or seeing anything unusual. Only one person called 911, and the police asked dispatch to call that number back to figure out where that call came from. And when they do, they hear the phone ringing.
No, I
and
knew
it's
that was coming.
confirmed that it's the landline phone in the apartment.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah. They discover that the landline is registered to, so these names are really difficult, and I apologize if I do not pronounce them correctly, but I'm trying.
Do your best, Megan.
I'm an East Texas girl, so it's
Pronouncing
hard.
foreign
And I am
names.
dumb. Sorry. They discover that the landline is registered to a Fatima Nazarene Yamadi. She is 55 years old and leases the apartment where her 19-year-old daughter, Yazdan Pana. I'm so sorry. And 14-year-old son, Ali, with the same last name, live with her. So 55-year-old Fatima, 19-year-old Nona, 14-year-old Ali. 3 other victims had all the same address, and they lived in Irving. So they clearly did not live there. And police determined from their information that they were a mother, father, and daughter. 58-year-old Zora Ramadi was the sister of Fatima.
Okay.
Her husband is 59-year-old Mohammed Zari, and their daughter is 22-year-old Sarah. Sarah. Oh, Larry. Messing with them lights.
Do you think there's
Is
like
it
a
mine?
glitch? Yeah, it's yours this time.
I tell you what. Ashley is freaking out. Take a drink of your drink. It's fine.
Larry, I just need Larry to pipe down. Like, Megan and I have had a long day today.
I know we do not need this.
We don't.
Not right
Calm
now.
down.
We have both had very long days today. Oh, don't let your mint drop. Mint drop right out of your drink. Okay.
I'm not used to fancy garnishes.
Yeah, right. And we decided to do it on our podcast when we're filming. That's so funny. Okay. So anyways, 58-year-old Zari Ramadi, she was the sister of Fatima. Her husband is 59-year-old Mohammed Zari, and their daughter is 22-year-old Sarah Zari. Sorry, it's spelled Sara, Sarah, but on the documentary they're pronouncing it like Sarah.
Yeah, that's probably sounds right.
Lastly, the individual dressed as Santa. Investigators find a cell phone next to his body and also observe a gun still in his hand. They didn't know if this was the gun that he was using for protection or if this is the murder weapon, because to the left of Santa's body is Muhammad's body, and a gun was also found in his hand as well.
What is happening? Okay, so we have
Right?
seven.
We have
seven
people,
bodies.
Yes,
Okay.
we have 7 people deceased. 2 of the middle-aged man, the Santa, and then Muhammad have a gun in their hand.
Okay.
So police identify the man in the Santa suit with help of a white Toyota 4Runner that was parked in front of the apartment.
Wait, I'm sorry. They all have deceased, or
They're all deceased.
They are all.
7.
I'm
all
sorry.
7.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
They all have gunshot wounds. Deceased. So they identify the Santa suit guy with the help because there's a Toyota 4Runner parked right in front of the apartment there, and it wasn't registered to anybody but this guy, and his name's Aziz Yazdapana. I think that's how you pronounce that last name. I'm so sorry. First name Aziz. He is the estranged husband of Fatima and the father of her 2 children, of the 19-year-old and the 14-year-old.
Okay.
Now, the trick is to determine which of the 2 men with the guns was the shooter, obviously. Crime scene investigators noticed that the blinds in the apartment had been closed after the shooting happened because there was blood splatter on the inside of the glass of the window, and the blinds had been closed and there was no blood splatter on the blinds.
Wow. Okay.
They also note that there's a bloody fingerprint on the rod of the window blinds where you like open and close the blinds, you know, that little rod.
Yeah.
There's a bloody fingerprint. So they see that. This tells them that whoever murdered the family afterwards closed the blinds. There was also no signs of a struggle, so the family was caught completely off guard. Police used cell phone records to create their timeline. They noted that Sarah had sent a text at 11:15 a.m., and then the 911 call came in at 11:34 a.m. So between those 2 times is when the shooting occurs. Sarah's text at the time read, quote, "So we're here. We just got here and my uncle is here too, dressed as Santa. Now he wants to be all fatherly and win Father of the Year because he effed up before," end quote. I don't know who she sent that to, but that's what her text said to somebody.
Okay. So not good already.
Right. Also discovered in the phone records was that 14-year-old, this broke my heart. 14-year-old Ali had just placed a call 12 minutes prior to the shooting to a friend to wish him Merry Christmas.
Oh,
I know. So sad. Investigators reach out to people who received these calls or texts from the victims to try and get more details about the family. And they really come up empty-handed initially. Everyone they spoke with described the family as normal, other than Fatima and Aziz separating. Everything seemed to kind of be okay. People described Aziz as a nice guy, nonviolent. The same goes for Muhammad. No one can imagine him ever being violent either. So the police then learn of Nona's boyfriend and dig into this guy for a second. Nona's best friend tells the police that she never liked him. He was a high school dropout and was much older than Nona. He was also known to not get along with Nona's dad, Aziz, and he had previously been arrested, and Nona was the one that actually bonded him out. And this was like not too recently. No, this was recently.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, words are hard today. And so when police call him to be interviewed, however, he has a solid alibi. His cell phone records actually indicate that he'd actually been trying to contact Nona all morning and couldn't get a hold of her. Police then learned that Nona and her father, Aziz, have not really seen eye to eye. And their relationship, when in Nona's teen years, especially, had become very strained. It was reported that Aziz had actually set up cameras everywhere in his home to watch Nona. And he had even been known to board up her door at night.
Okay, this is disturbing. Like, that's okay. I'm
That's
sorry. It gives creep vibes.
excessive.
That gives creep vibes. You're watching your daughter in every move,
Right?
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and
I can
yeah, and then
understand
boarding her up in her own
the
room.
boarding.
That's
Yes.
okay.
That's when I was just like, oh God, no, that's ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah, I
obviously we all
imagine-
joke about that when you have daughters, like I'm going to board her windows up at night or whatever.
Yeah, well,
But if you actually do it, I mean, come on now,
yeah,
calm down.
yeah.
So that was going around
Well, I
that he
imagine
would
they
do
didn't
that.
see eye to eye with all that going
exactly. And so as more details are discovered, it becomes clear to investigators that Aziz had very high expectations and standards for his family. But it's learned that Aziz was known that he didn't hold himself, obviously,
on. Oh, right.
to these same standards and
Mhm.
high expectations. He was known for picking up sex workers very frequently. Upon further digging, they find out that Aziz and his brother-in-law, Mohammed, would tell their wives that they were going on hunting and fishing trips, when in fact they would go to hotels and meet with sex workers.
Oh my gosh. So they're
for the
both
weekend.
trash.
Yeah.
They're both trash.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was stated that Mohammed at one point tells his wife about this, but leaves himself out of it. So basically, Mohammed's telling his wife, which is Fatima's sister, that Aziz does this, but Mohammed leaves himself out of it. Aziz finds out about this, and obviously that whole relationship gets up in smoke.
Right.
Causes a big rift in their relationship. Aziz had actually been a successful businessman at one point, importing goods and artifacts from his home country of Iran, but an embargo, which is an official ban on trade or any other commercial activity with a company or country.
It's okay.
Words are bad. Sorry, everybody. So an embargo had been placed on Iran, and he could no longer do that anymore. He couldn't import artifacts or goods, and that's what his whole business was.
Huh.
That's what his whole business was on.
Hmm.
So after this, he tries to work in different fields, one of them being real estate, but he was just unsuccessful in everything he tried, unfortunately. This put a huge financial strain on the family, and Nona actually had started working, trying to bring some money in to help support the family. Fatima was known to be a very proud woman. And with Aziz failing to be a good provider and husband, she got to the point where she just couldn't handle it anymore. And she and her 2 children moved out and into that apartment. So she said goodbye. When the results of the medical examiner,
You're okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna say Megan was traumatized earlier because
I'm still shook up.
I didn't realize that both of us were weenies when it comes to popping open bottles of like champagne or prosecco.
We don't pop bottles.
We don't. If I pop a bottle, Jacob does it for me or
Mhm.
something, and like it just gives me anxiety. And I didn't realize that Megan
Terrifying.
shares the same fear, but she braved it, and
I
that
braved
sucker
it.
popped
And it popped.
immediately.
Without me, I was like getting ready to you have to put your thumb on there and just kind of barely put pressure on it.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even get my thumb on that thing.
No,
And
it
boom.
popped off.
Sorry if I blew y'all's eardrums out, but
Anyway,
I'm still shook up, guys. I'm sorry. And I almost cried a little.
you did
I
so
was
good.
traumatized. I know.
I'm
and then
so proud of you.
Ashley put her hand on my shoulder and she just goes, "You're so brave."
You really were, because I was not doing it. If you didn't do it, we were not having we were not having poinsettias tonight.
It was worth it. But now I'm about to screw all this up, but it's okay.
We're also filming on a Wednesday, which is not our
We
best
are
day
at night, once
because
again.
we've worked a whole day.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Okay. So when the results from the medical examiner's office comes back, it reveals that this shooting was very personal. Aziz's family had all been shot in the head, execution style. Zora, I'm so sorry, and Muhammad, however, had both been shot 3 times each.
Whoa.
Zori had been shot 3 times in the head. Mohammed had been shot once in the head, twice in the chest and the abdomen. What is also in the medical examiner's report is that Aziz's gunshot wound to his head was self-inflicted.
Okay. I wondered.
Yeah. The gun that was found in Muhammad's hand had been placed there after he was deceased, and it showed his hand showed no signs of firing a gun.
Yeah.
Gunfire residue. Investigators also analyzed the 911 call using technology trying to determine what this caller actually was saying when he was whispering, which they now know it was Aziz that placed this call. And at one point, you can hear him clearly say, he's shooting everybody. And so he's trying to frame Muhammad for this whole thing. It's also discovered that it is Aziz's bloody fingerprint on the rod of the blinds. So he's the one that closed the blinds. Police conduct a search of the residence of Aziz where they find both receipts for both of those handguns at the murder scene.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Investigators believe what actually happened that day was that Aziz shows up to the Christmas morning wearing a Santa suit, making his family probably think that he was just trying to make amends and be kind of silly with his wife and his kids, when in reality, he uses that Santa suit to hide those two handguns.
Oh my gosh.
Now, when it comes to a motive for this case, investigators discovered that Aziz's sister-in-law did not like him at all, like hated him. She viewed him as a failure and a horrible provider. She was also very vocal about these things. So she told all the family, all the friends, and she would also talk about it with her sister. And so this was really well known. This obviously infuriated Aziz, and many family and friends stated that Aziz actually blamed Zora, the sister-in-law, for everything that he had it out for her. Yeah. The icing on this messed up cake was that Muhammad and Zori had thrown a huge Christmas Eve party the night before, where the friends, family, and even extended family attended this huge party, all except for Aziz. He purposely did not get invited to this. And so you got to think, all their friends, all their family, everybody's there. And Aziz knows that this party is happening and he didn't get invited. And so this pissed him off. So the next day, Aziz had begged Fatima to let him come over to give their children some gifts. And she finally agrees, but told him that it would have to be quick because after lunch, they planned on going to a Dallas Mavericks game. With Zora and Muhammad. And that was a game, unfortunately, they did not get to go to. And that is that.
Okay.
Yeah.
How awful.
Awful. Santa suit.
Yeah.
That messed up mother came in a Santa suit. And I'm pretty sure I talked to you about this. I mentioned to you, I can't remember if we were recording this or if this was after we got done recording, and I was like, I'm pretty sure there's a case where a guy was dressed in a Santa suit and killed people.
Sure you're right.
Yeah. And that was it. And it was in Texas.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay.
The Grapevine Christmas Massacre.
Okay. Well, so yours actually happened. Yours is very Christmas themed.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is not. Mine is the loosely based on and loosely in East Texas.
I love it.
Okay.
Let me move crap out of your way.
You're fine. So okay, I'll correct this next week. Because per usual, I did not notate who my source was, but
That's okay. You didn't do it in the last episode either.
Well, all my information on James Calvert came from the court records and
the records we got.
Yeah, it came from records. So I didn't hardly do any research on Google that I didn't get.
So bam.
So it was all from Tyler PD and the courthouse. So got that fixed. This one, I did watch a couple of videos, but I watched a documentary on this one. And I know I'm probably going to leave you guys wanting more information, but I was trying to keep it short.
Yeah, these are supposed to be shorties.
Yes. So I'm doing my story on the Texas 7. So I'm going to take you back to the year 2000.
Okay. I like it.
Remember, we had all just survived Y2K.
We did, by the skin of our teeth.
we made it.
We did.
So a man named George Rivas is sitting in a cell in a Connolly unit in Kennedy, Texas. This is down by our coastline. So
okay, gotcha.
Close to Corpus Christi.
I was about to say, I do not recognize those names.
You shouldn't. It's not in our area.
Okay, good.
So George is in prison for multiple aggravated robberies and was sentenced to 18 life sentences.
Oh, crap.
Which he said in the documentary was about 281 years of prison time.
Okay.
For robbery, aggravated robbery.
Literally rot in there.
Yes, he was never going to see freedom again, and he felt that his sentence was too harsh for the crime that he committed, and he planned to change that. So Rivas made friends with another inmate named Joseph Garcia, who was only serving 50 years for murder. So tell me how this works in our justice system.
I
don't get it
like,
either.
what the hell?
So the two teamed up. They devised a plan to take their freedom back.
Okay.
The only problem was the plan that they had devised would require more than just the two of them to pull it off. So Rivas started the interview process. He was looking for 5 additional men with certain skills who would follow his command, and thus making them a team of 7.
So he was like, put your applications
Correct. He was literally conducting interviews.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So in the prison that they were in Kennedy, Texas, it held up to 2,850 inmates.
Okay.
And was guarded by 500 guards.
Okay.
So let me tell you this plan. So the plan was for these 7 guys to take over the maintenance shop at lunchtime when guards were few and far between.
Okay.
They went on like a skeleton crew, if you will, for during lunch. So the 7 inmates took weeks to stash different materials that they would need for the takedown. The goal was to take down enough guards that the inmates could trade clothes to mimic the real maintenance guys and the guards.
Man, I'm pretty sure I'm it's clicking with me right now.
Do you remember this?
I think I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once that was accomplished, Rivas and 3 guys would take over the guardhouse and the guard tower. And they needed to do this to be able to get out of prison.
Right.
To get
sure.
Out the back gate.
Yeah.
So, and at the same time they're doing this, they're going to be collecting weapons and all kinds of things that they're going to need.
Yeah.
Then Garcia and 2 guys would stay in the maintenance shop, and they would watch from afar. And when they realized that the plan was a success over at the guard tower and the guardhouse, then they would commandeer a maintenance truck and go pick up the other 4 men at the guard tower and literally just drive off.
Just go. Yeah.
Yep. So that was their plan.
Wow.
So, yes, the 7 inmates, this is wild to me too. They practiced on each other, like how to take a guard down. Literally wrestled with each other.
Like they were like conducting little training sessions.
They were.
Almost. Yeah.
Yes. And they had like mapped out everything at lunchtime using like cartons of cigarettes and like this is the guardhouse, this is the maintenance shop. And had like really planned it all out. This also blows my mind is that they prayed to God every day on their own and then as a group because they believed God was helping them to escape.
Oh, guys, fellas.
So of the 7 guys, we're talking about men that had murdered, men that had abused children, and then the aggravated robberies and whatnot.
Yeah.
I didn't find that any of them were rapists or anything like that. I didn't dive into all these men's crimes.
What they,
yeah. So it's December 13th in the year 2000. 11 a.m. rolls around, which is lunchtime. And the plan is in action. So all 7 inmates were anxious, of course, but they believed they deserved their freedom and they were going to die trying.
And they think God is on their side.
And God is on their side. Oh, just wait.
Oh, no.
Because they're like, what have we got to lose? We're all in here for a million years. Like, what have we got to lose,
sure.
right? So at lunch, they're down to 1 guard. And one of the inmates so again, they're in the maintenance shop, fakes an electrical issue. And they're like, hey, man, can you come check this out? So the guard's like, yeah, let me come check this out. So they get him into this little maintenance closet and then take him down.
Oh, no.
So this guy was huge. And like 4 of the guys were on him and he was fighting hard. He was not going down.
Oh, crap.
So then now all 7 of them are trying to take him down. And finally, Revis hits him over the back of the head with something. And that's what takes him out.
Knocks him out or kills him?
No, just knocks him out. So at that point, now they're tying him up and they close him in the electrical room.
Okay.
So then more guards are coming back from lunch and they're all taking them down like one by one.
Jeez.
So in a 2-hour period, so from 11 to 1 p.m., they took down 11 guards.
Holy crap.
And had them all shoved in this little electrical closet.
Oh my God.
Yes. So now they're like, okay, like now it's time to like phase 2, like getting out of here and taking over the guard tower and all these things.
Yeah.
So Michael Rodriguez had built like this platform thing, this basically a lid to the back of a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Because that's how they're going to smuggle these guys out, because the cabs of the truck that the maintenance trucks only held 3 people.
Oh, okay.
So they had to hide the other 4 in the bed of the pickup truck. So they did this all under the guards' watch, by the way.
That's insane.
So as they're in there doing their little carpentry handiwork, like the guards are just there watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was wild.
And this is the year 2000.
This is the year 2000.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So Rodriguez is the one that built the platform, the lid basically to the bed of the pickup truck. He's also the one that's put in charge to guard the electrical room while Revis and the 3 other men take off to the guardhouse and the guard tower.
Okay.
So while Rodriguez hears movement in the electrical room, and what had happened was one of the guards had a knife in his boot.
Oh.
And so he is slowly
sawing himself out of there.
Yeah, and getting everybody untied.
Oh my gosh.
And so that's the movement that they're hearing. Then the next thing that happens is one of the guards in the electrical room pulls the fire alarm.
Hell yeah.
Now, what's unfortunate is that it was common for the fire alarm to go off in the maintenance shop because of all the dust and debris. It would set off the smoke alarms.
So they'd just be like,
So so a guard like calls down to the maintenance shop, but in the meantime, one of the other inmates is able to shut it down. Like he turns the alarm off.
Yeah.
And so the guard's like, okay, guess it was a false alarm. Like, doesn't radio win to anybody?
No.
She's like, yeah, I guess, it's fine. False alarm. Yeah. So the guards are now trying to get out. The guys are, inmates are trying to hold them in.
So is this door locked or they're just holding it?
It was locked and they were trying to get in there to them to secure them all again, tie them all down and everything.
Oh, I gotcha.
But anyway, they end up leaving the door locked. It didn't dive too deep into that, but either way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either way, they had like skated by that no other guards were coming.
Yeah.
So, so the men are now over at the guard, have made it over to the guardhouse, and they go in and like Revis is like just talking to the one guard in the guardhouse, and their excuse for being there is that the maintenance guys needed to put in new security cameras.
Wait, so the inmates are in the guardhouse.
Pretending to be maintenance workers. Remember, they stripped everybody of their clothes.
Okay, I forgot.
I'm sorry. I reminded
you said that.
But they stripped everyone of their clothes. So now they look
like maintenance guys. And so they're, yes. Okay. I was about to say, wow, they're just letting these prisoners sit there and talk to them at the guardhouse.
No, they didn't look like prisoners.
They're maintenance workers now.
They're maintenance workers and security guards. So the maintenance workers, like they carry in tools. Like they look like they're legit going in to install new security cameras. And Revis somewhere found a box of donuts.
Oh.
And he like is offering this one guard donuts and they're just like chatting it up and all these things. And so Revis is like, hey, I also, I need to get in the guard tower. To install cameras up there too. And the guard's like, oh yeah, of course. Like, yeah, let me
Here you go, sir.
Yeah. He's like, just go outside. I'm going to radio up that you're coming up.
Yeah.
So he goes outside, stands at the bottom of the guardhouse. The guard comes down, looks at him. He's like, hey. He's like, okay, I'm going to open the gate for you. So he opens the gate. Revis goes in, just like casually. And again, there's only one guard in the guardhouse.
Yeah.
And so while they're there, and remember, they're watching from the maintenance shop.
Yeah.
So they're watching all this go down. So when they see Revis reach the top of the guardhouse, Garcia calls in and he pretends to be an officer.
Oh.
And he's like, hey, I need to talk to the head of the maintenance crew. And he's like, oh, yeah,
man,
hey.
This little plan.
I know.
Man.
He's like, oh, you know what? He actually just walked in. Here he is. So they had to use a code word that had anything that had to do with Max. Like he could say, all right, got it, Max, I'm on it. Or, let me,
the max.
Yeah, to the max,
Yeah.
and to maximize my time,
Yeah.
So any version of the word that had Max in it.
Yeah.
That was their phrase, that the plan was in place and things were going.
Could go.
Right.
Or
right.
yeah, they could keep it going.
So the officer had his gun sitting on the desk. It wasn't even on his side.
No.
So Revis just grabbed it.
no-no.
Yeah, grabbed it and held this guy at gunpoint and basically told him what he was going to do. He's like,
crap.
you show me how to open these gates. So then, of course, impersonating an officer again, he calls down to the guardhouse. They say the same thing. They take him, hostage as well, tie him up. And so now our guys that are back at the maintenance shop hop in the truck and they come down to the guardhouse. Now, so some of the prison can see this guardhouse, right?
Yeah.
So I think they said the cafeteria looked out to this, and then some of the cells looked out to this back gate.
Okay.
So one of the guys in the guard outfit walks around with their little camera thing around the vehicle to make sure there's nothing underneath. You know what I'm talking about?
So they're pretending they're
they're making it look like legit.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Yes. And then they sneak, I don't know how, but they sneak the 4 guys into the back of the pickup truck and literally leave.
Get out. What
Now.
in the world?
Now. So Revis and Garcia are in the bed or in the cab of the truck. I don't know who the third guy was, but so all 3 men are in there. And Garcia's sitting in there. Megan, he starts reciting the Lord's Prayer.
No.
And then all 3 men together continue to recite.
He just did it again.
The Lord's Prayer. Oh, yeah, it's real bright on me. Larry, I'm literally in the middle of a story.
I'm telling you. He's like, what you say, the Lord's Prayer?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're reciting the Lord's Prayer.
Yes, as they escaped. Because remember, they think that this is that God's helping them.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, God's looking down like, you bunch of idiots.
He's like, you're going to get busted.
Yeah.
So while the 7 inmates are now hightailing it out of there, and one of them even says because it's interviews with them.
Yeah.
This is where it's their personal
in the
account.
documentary?
Mm-hmm.
You're kidding.
No, they agreed to talk. Yeah. So I think 3 out of the 7 men.
Oh, I'll have
agreed.
to watch that. That's pretty cool that they got to.
I found it on YouTube.
Okay.
So while they're hightailing it out there, the calls now start rolling in that there's been a prison break because the guards are now getting their stuff together and oh God.
Yeah, yeah.
And nobody's quite sure how many inmates have escaped. They just know that some did.
Yeah.
Some made it out.
Mm-hmm.
So police are searching in the ground, of course, and they're up in the air in helicopters. And 11 days would go by and still no sign.
Lord have mercy.
Of the Texas 7.
The Texas 7.
But here we are. It's Christmas Eve.
Oh, here we go. Christmas time.
And we're in Irving.
Oh.
So we've made it to the East Texas area.
Wow.
Yes. So detectives have determined that Revis is the ringleader, which he had been.
Yeah.
And they're Revis' background was robbing big box stores.
Oh.
And so they're waiting for him to hit a boxer because they're going to run out of cash.
Yeah, they
don't
get
have
something.
anything.
Yeah.
So, and he was right. They were staying in motels, trying to stay under the radar, and they were quickly running out of cash for food and housing for 7 men.
What you gonna do, Revis?
Right. So they're we think he's going to show his face pretty soon.
Yeah.
So, and on Christmas Eve, they had devised a plan to walk into an Oshman's, which is an academy
Oh, okay.
Sports and outdoors.
Got it.
It's no longer open. They closed way back when. But
Okay.
so he's walking into Oshman's because he has hidden Oshman's before, and he kind of knows
The layout of the land.
land.
Mhm.
So the plan was that Rivas and Garcia, dressed as guards,
Mhm.
were going to go in and they were going to gather the staff. So before I get too far ahead of myself, 2 of the guys were going to go in and head towards shoes.
Okay.
And then 2 other guys were going to go in and head toward clothing.
Mhm.
So now we've got 6 men in the store.
Mhm.
And one was going to stay in the car with a radio to where he could hear the communication with the guys in the store,
Oh my God.
and a police scanner going in case they were picked up on, that he could be like, abort.
Jeez.
Girl,
Ocean's 11 over here.
I mean,
The redneck version.
yeah, they planned it, right? I mean,
That's
there was
insane.
a lot that went into
Yeah.
this, So, okay, sorry. Lost my place.
It's Larry.
Yes.
Larry likes to mess us up.
Okay. So, Rivas and Garcia, what they had done is they had taken like a sheet of paper, and I don't know where they got these photos from, but they had taken photos of like several young individuals, and they're saying that these kids or teenagers were going in and basically grabbing merchandise and running outdoors in other big box stores in the area.
Okay.
So the goal for them was, they're like, hey, can you bring your staff up front? We want to talk to them about these people and who they are and like kind of what's happening. Have they seen them? Be aware of them, what to do. And so the manager's like, oh yeah, let me gather all my staff. So the manager gathers all of his employees. So now they've got every employee in one spot, right?
Yeah.
And this is when
I bet they felt so dumb after the fact. Ugh.
This is when Rivas and Garcia now draw their guns. And now we've got the other 2 with guns coming out of shoes and the other 2 coming out of clothes with guns drawn.
That's terrifying.
So 6 guns all pointed on these
People.
Teenagers and young people. And think there's also probably still other shoppers in the store.
Oh yeah,
right?
I'm sure.
They're not the only ones. So they're like, look, just do what we say. We're here for some supplies and we're here for cash. And if you do what we say, nobody's going to get harmed today.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 of the inmates take the employees to the break room where they're basically under watch. They're holding them there. So Rivas is like, hey, I know you have a safe here and you're going to open it for me and you're going to give me every penny you've got in the safe.
No.
So he stands over the sales manager while he goes and he opens the safe, and he made away with $70,000.
$70,000.
$70,000.
Yikes. Why did they have that much money there?
I don't know.
That was not smart.
Well, I mean, all I can think about was it's the holiday.
Holidays.
It's the holidays.
Holidays.
It's the holiday. And so
Because we're drinking these fancy drinks.
and so they probably had a lot of cash transactions.
Very
and you don't
true.
have time to like go to the stop
It's
your day
Christmas
to
Eve.
go deposit.
Right.
So I'm sure there was a process for that.
Yeah, true. Very true.
So
oh my gosh.
okay, but so there was a girl in the store, and she was like, "Oof, things don't look right in here."
Things do
She's
not
like,
look
something's going
normal.
on. Yeah, she's like, there's a weird, air about
Her
the store.
intuition was going off.
And so she like hightails it out of there.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Rivas catches up with her,
Oh no.
and he's like, "Hey," and again, he's in his security outfit, his guard outfit. He's like trying to reassure her. He's like, "Hey, we're just checking out some things. Like, there's some robberies that have been happening in the area. We're just trying to do our due diligence and stay on top of it." And she's like,
cool. Bye-bye.
Yeah. And he's like, she hightails it out of there. She like jumps in her car and hauls out of
Good
there
for her.
and calls 911.
Good for her. That a girl.
Yes. So the call comes in at around 6:30, and a young officer who had only been on the police force for, I believe, a year responds to the robbery call.
Oh no. A
At
little
Oshman's,
rookie.
or responds to that. I guess I shouldn't say robbery, but responds to the disturbance call or whatever she made to Oshman's.
Mhm.
He pulls into the parking lot, And our guy in the car is like, you got to go now. Officers have just pulled in. We've got to go. And I want you to know, let me see. Let me find what this officer's name was. I thought it was like Hawkins. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, Officer Hawkins.
Okay.
And this young guy doesn't even get out of his patrol vehicle.
Crap.
And one of the inmates just opens fire and starts shooting him.
Oh my gosh.
So he's like dead.
Oh,
Never even got out of his vehicle. And so Garcia is out there with one of the inmates and he's like, what are you doing? He's like, what are you doing? Now we have a dead officer on our hands.
The Lord's Prayer.
What is happening? We were just supposed to rob and get money and ditch.
Yeah.
He's like, now we have a murder of an officer.
Yeah,
this is not going to go well for us. And so
it's not going to look good.
No. And so this inmate is he's panicking. He's trying to get the officer out of his seat because the officer had pulled in and actually blocked their getaway car from being able to leave the parking lot. So they're trying to move him and he's panicking. He's buckled in, doing his thing. The two men get him out, move him over so that Garcia can get into the driver's seat of the patrol vehicle. And in the meantime, while he's doing that, another inmate comes out, doesn't realize what's happening, sees that the patrol car is there and starts open firing again.
Oh my gosh.
And they're
the two guys in the car.
And they're like, whoa. Like, what are you doing?
Oh my gosh.
So in the meantime, they have hit Rivas. They shot him in the abdomen.
Oh crap. So he got shot.
And another one of the inmates got shot in the foot.
Good.
It's like, what is
in the world?
And so now Rivas and Garcia are like, oh my gosh, these guys have lost it.
Yeah.
These guys are loose cannons.
They were in prison for a reason. Dumbasses.
Oh, Megan. So they're
that sucks about that call. That's so sad.
Yeah, I think he was 24.
Oh, geez.
I know. Young husband, one kid, I think.
Oh, no.
I know.
Okay, I shouldn't have asked details.
Sorry.
Ugh.
Anyway, so they're like, we got to get out of here. They're like, load up. Let's get out of here. We've got to go assess the damage on Rivas and the damage on the other guy. So they hightail it back to the hotel or the motel that they're staying in. And these men lose their shit on each other.
Oh.
And they're all screaming, yelling
at internal turmoil.
Yeah. And they're all yelling at each other about who did what wrong and all these things. And so one of the guys, Rodriguez, says that at one point, it's a 4-man standoff, that there's 4 men all with a gun pointed at each other.
Okay. Do you watch The Office? You've watched The Office.
I haven't watched The Office.
Ashley!
I know, it's so un-American of me. I know.
I would think you and Jacob would be like,
we were
Office.
Parks and Rec people.
Okay, you got to watch The Office then.
Okay.
There's a scene though in The Office. I know everybody who's seen it knows exactly what I'm talking about, and it's some of the characters from The Office, and they're pretending like they've got guns, and they're all like, whoever. I forgot what it was, but everybody that's seen The Office knows what I'm talking about, and it's hilarious. Okay. And that's exactly what I'm picturing when you're talking about
I've been told by a million people that I need to watch it.
Oh, it's wonderful. Wonderful.
So, 4-man standoff.
Okay.
And Rivas is like, get your shit together. He's like, calm down. We have got to focus on getting packed up and getting out of here now, because now it's a manhunt for us. And so they pack up all their stuff, they bandage the guys up as best as they can, and they haul ass out of there.
That's insane. Wow.
Yeah. So because now we have a dead officer on our hands, that this is one of the largest manhunts on record.
Oh, wow.
For this Texas 7.
That's insane.
It was spread nationally and internationally. The news was about what was happening.
Yeah.
And they had no idea where these guys were or where they were headed. And now they've got $70,000 in cash to stay under the radar.
Yeah.
And they're like, they could literally pop the border to Mexico. And what are we going to do? So they just had no idea. Well, because the story had been so publicized, we're in an RV park in Colorado Springs. And a man the RV park owner checks in these Texas 7 guy. Well, he doesn't know they're the Texas 7,
Okay,
but he checks in these 7 men who are claiming to be missionaries.
I knew it. I was about to say preachers or something at a preacher conference.
But luckily, our RV park guy was like, ugh, he's like, y'all look a little suspicious.
Yeah.
And you kind of look like the guys that have been aired on TV. So he, gives them their spot. So they've bought an RV now to function out of.
Sure,
so,
I guess $70,000.
So they bought an RV to function out of, and he tells them like, oh, here's your lot. This is where you are in the park and all these things. So he is like, I'm going to go down. I'm going to chat with these guys. Cause I think I'm looking at the Texas 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he goes down and he talks to Rivas Garcia and another inmate. And he's like doing his best to make notes of like
what their
special features or certain tattoos or anything that he could make out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he went down there because he was like, hey, while you guys are here, I would love for you to hold a Bible study while you're here.
Oh, he's
and they're like,
smart
oh, yes. They're like, they were like, yes. Well, you know what? 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, put it on the books.
Oh my God.
And he's like, awesome. And they were going by like brother Rivas and brother Garcia and brother Jim.
What in the world? I'm loving this little RV park guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I have an intuition and
he's
following
a little detective.
He sure is.
And so he goes back to his office and he calls police and he's like, I think I've got him here.
Yeah. And they're hosting a Bible study in the morning.
And right. And that's what he says. And he goes, I think I've got him. And so he starts describing, I'm thinking like, does this guy have this mole on this face and this? And they're like, yep, check. Wow. He's like, I think you've got him.
Yeah.
And so they devise a plan and SWAT is going to show up
to the Bible study.
Well, at least at the RV park. So early that morning, SWAT does show up and they are stationed everywhere.
I bet.
Now they have to be careful because we have families in the RV park, right? This is not just these guys.
Yeah.
So we have other campers.
And it's not like they can like clear it out without them noticing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. Having everybody all of a sudden vacate.
Everybody's just walking out.
Yeah, except for this one RV. Yeah, exactly. So and not to cause a stir. So they're like, okay. So he tells them, he's like, I've set up a Bible study at 10 a.m. Let's, have the guys ready.
Yeah.
And they did. Well, 10 a.m. rolls around.
Oh man.
Nobody shows, of course. And so they're like, okay. The RV owner's like talking to the head detective and he's like, you know what? I'll just walk down there.
Yeah.
I'll just see what's going on.
Yeah.
And the detective's like, oh, I really don't want to put you in that spot.
Yeah.
He goes, man, like, I think it's fine. I'm not a threat to them.
Yeah.
Like they don't know that I know anything at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he's like, you know what? Okay. I think,
man, what a brave
okay.
guy.
I'm telling you.
Because I would not, I'd have been out of there already.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you.
Y'all got it? SWAT's here? All right. Peace out.
Yes. So he walks down there and he's met outside by Brother Rivas. And he's like, hey, Brother Rivas. He's like, Brother Jim didn't show up this morning for the Bible study. And he's like, oh, he overslept. He's in the shower right now, but we'll be down soon. And he's like, okay. He's like, all right. So now he also learns, Mr. RV park owner also learns that while he's down there, that several of the men have actually left the RV park in a car.
Crap.
They've left. So some of them are gone.
Crap.
So now let me tell you, in between him confirming about that they're eventually going to show up for this Bible study, 5 of the 7 men have now left.
Oh my!
So there's only 2 left in the RV at this point. By the time SWAT is like really ready to move in.
Yeah.
So the head detective is like, okay, I have got to decide if I'm going to wait for these men to come back.
Yeah.
Or if I'm going to send out a mobile task unit
To go
task
find
force
these other ones.
to track them down.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so he's like, okay, you know what? If I've got to mitigate risk, like the public is safer if I try to take them down while they're out of the RV park.
Yeah, true.
So he sends out the mobile unit.
Mm-hmm.
And again, guys are still stationed watching this, the last two in the RV. So Revis is one of the 5 that have left.
Oh, okay.
And I will say that 2 of the men, they must have had multiple cars at this point, because 2 of the men had left to go obtain fake IDs for them. Their job that day was to get 7 fake IDs.
Okay.
So then that leaves 3 of them that are now taken off too.
Yeah.
So they station up these, different police officers. Well, Revis is on his way back to the RV park, and he sees an officer up ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to pull into this gas station,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to wait out the police officer, see if he pulls somebody over, gets distracted and leaves or something.
Yeah.
So he pulls into the gas station, immediately surrounded by police.
Oh,
Guns drawn.
Yeah.
They barricade him in. He's not going anywhere.
wow.
All 3 men exit the vehicle. They all comply with officers, and they're taken away.
Wow. Insane.
So now we got the 2. We got the 2 still at the RV.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so now they're on their megaphone. Now they've got these 3 secured. They're on their megaphones. They're like, hey, you're surrounded.
Yeah.
Come out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the 2 men on the inside are freaking panicking.
I bet.
Panicking. And one of the guys is like, I can't
We're
go back.
just missionaries.
Yeah. He's like, I can't go back to prison. He's like, I can't do
do it.
And the other guy's like, what do you mean? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
He's like, I can't do it. I can't go
Oh,
back.
shit.
Well, the one inmate that was in there was like, well, I'm surrendering.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not ready to meet the Lord today.
Yeah.
Love him, not ready to meet him.
Yeah.
So he strips his shirt off to show that he's not armed in any way, nothing in his waistband,
Mm-hmm.
goes out, arms up, and, they command him to get on the ground, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They get him handcuffed into a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're waiting still for this
the other
next
one.
guy. Nothing. They wait and continue to ask him to come out.
Oh, no.
20 minutes goes by.
Oh, no.
So finally they throw in like one of those flash bombs or
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
into the thing.
Flashbang things.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go in. Oh, I'm sorry. Before that, I apologize.
Totally okay.
Yeah, they heard one gunshot.
Oh, crap.
And so they're like, okay. So like, okay, is it a warning shot? Did he shoot himself? Was it his one attempt to shoot at us?
Yeah.
They don't know. That's where the 20 minutes comes in. Then they got the
Gotcha.
flashbang in,
Okay.
and officers go in because all the blinds are shut, so they can't see
They
inside.
can't see anything.
And they find him on the floor in the hallway of the RV,
Mm.
and one single gunshot wound to the head.
Oh, my gosh.
And they find his Bible open.
Oh.
He had written an apology in the 20 minutes. He had written or before he was killed himself.
Yeah.
He had written an apology letter to his parents, and he apologized for the murder of the police officer.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah. So now we've got them all except for 2. The 2 were the 2 guys that were out getting IDs for everybody. They were caught 2 days later.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so now we've got everybody.
Yeah.
So 1 killed himself. We've got 6 in custody.
Mhm.
They are all sitting on death row.
Wow.
And
Still
actually,
today.
Rodriguez has already been executed.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't look to see who else has been executed. The documentary I watched was several years ago. So
Yeah.
there's a chance that there's others, because that was 25 years ago.
Yeah, that was a while back.
Yeah, that they could have, been executed at this
That's
point. but-
insane.
The Texas 7.
Dang.
Largest
I need
manhunt.
I want to watch that documentary.
Yeah, there are several. And
Yeah.
when I do my corrections corner next week,
Yeah,
I'll tell you what the name of it was.
Okay.
There's also other podcasts and stuff. Like you could really go down a rabbit hole for these guys because I'm sure there's things that dove deep into the crime of each of the seven men.
I want to say our girls Morbid covered it.
The Texas Seven.
I think.
If they have, I haven't
Okay.
heard it yet.
I haven't either.
But-
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'll have to double check.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, Merry Christmas. Oh man, that was Christmas related.
I mean, you
You had Christmas Eve in there.
Yeah, they robbed a store on Christmas Eve.
And shot a poor officer.
Yeah, awful.
That's so bad.
You know what, Megan? I didn't even think about that. He was shot on Christmas Eve. What a horrible memory for his family.
Sad. I know.
Every time Christmas Eve rolls around.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Well, okay. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Okay, so like, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
And follow us on all the things. Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify, and Apple, and Facebook, and TikTok.
Instagram.
I think I said Instagram.
Okay.
But maybe I didn't. Instagram if I didn't.
Yeah. All the things. We're out there. Just
Okay.
type in our name.
Yep.
And then if you have a fun tale or recommendation,
Ooh, a story.
a story, email us at inlawsincrime@gmail.com. And that's about it. I hope you all have a wonderful Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you all.
And we will see y'all in the next one. So keep your roots deep.
And your head on a swivel.
Bye.